I think that friendship losses
Oh,
is, I think it is one of the quietest, hardest kinds of disappointment
yeah.
that there is. There's heartbreak, right? And I know this. I went through this. This has happened.
Mhm.
I think of all the good times we had. I think of the trips that we shared and the holidays that we had together and all the future plans. And I don't know where this is going to go. I think that this is one of those situations where I don't know the ending of the story. I thought I did, but I don't know the ending of the story. And, I think that's a hard place to be sometimes. God has definitely brought beauty from ashes. I'm, living in a wonderful place. I've made new friends. I'm fulfilled and I'm happy. But that is a piece of me, that
Mhm.
disappointment that is still there. I still struggle with it,
Yeah. Every
you
Mhm.
know.
So they'll be like, I don't understand God. I don't know
Yeah.
why this
Mhm.
happened, but I'm trusting you that it's, you know, when I can look back on this, I can see that you were working in me and growing, stretching
Yeah.
me. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's a tough place to be in though.
Yeah.
That's really tough.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
tough.
But I think what I've learned through this is grief is valid. You
Yeah.
know, it it's real. Because that person mattered.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I tell people who are grieving that you grieve hard because you loved hard.
Mhm.
And so this kind of loss and disappointment, um, I trust Jesus and
Mhm.
I'm focused on him and not the situation, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna trust that he has a resolution and he has the perfect answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's working on both of your hearts.
Mhm.
I mean, because I know, you're both Christian. He's working on both of your hearts and hopefully, like we talked about this time of stretching and
Yeah.
growing and
Yeah.
tough. Um, you'll be able to look back on it and
Mhm.
and see where his hand was moving.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's super hard when you're in a season of, it's just you don't know what God has for you. And it's interesting to be able to like surrender that to Him, which I realized a few months ago that maybe like several months ago that I just was like holding on to it, like not wanting to even let go or give to him, like, my fear of him having the future. Like,
Yeah.
I want the control a little bit, but there's
Mhm.
something unique about that surrender that he calls us to, and it
Mhm.
does I think because we do live in a world where we've kind of whitewashed, that, things should work out for you if you're a believer, but that's not really
Mhm.
true.